Diabetes at Max Healthcare here in Delhi. Dr. Raghuram Hegre, consultant ophthalmic plastic surgery service at Manipal Hospitals in Bangalore, and Dr. Anchal Gupta, founder of Netram Eye Foundation. Dr. Mittal, let me start with you. Thanks very much for joining us, sir. Now, I don't want to add to the panic, but the truth is, sir, that this is scaring a lot of people. If you could just put this in.
That who are the people at risk? Because once we are clear in our head that who are the people we have to watch out for, we can limit the disease right away. So it's extremely important to understand that it is seen in hospital treated COVID patients who have been hospitalized for more than 5 to 6 days, who have received high dose concentration of oxygen therapy and very high doses of steroids. Along with these factors, the patients who are already immunosuppressed, like uncontrolled diabetics, patients of renal failure, patients of malignancies, patients of HIV, are the ones we have to clearly look out for early signs of mucormycosis. The earliest sign which is being seen is ulcers in the mouth, crust around the nose, black crust in the mouth. Then we would see swelling on the cheek, swelling around eye, redness and inflammation in the eye, headache, fever, malaise. So in the high risk patients, the moment we begin to see the early signs, we have to catch them right there, start them on high doses of antifungals, do anything to bring the sugar level down. Mucormycosis doesn't give us a lot of time. It spreads in 2 to 4 days of time, and in 4 days of time, it can be completely fatal. So even the earliest few hours are extremely crucial. And once we are all aware about the patients at risk and the earliest sign to look for, we can all watch for it.
All right. Dr. Mittal, let me come back to you at this point. I think everyone on the panel agrees that early detection is. I heard Dr. Mittal, absolute numbers may not be very high. But since this is causing a lot of fear and concern amongst people, could you give us a sense of the percentage of cases that we are seeing of black fungus amongst COVID patients or COVID survivors in India? Also, would it be correct to say, I mean, this is what I've read, correct me if I'm wrong, that the mortality rate could be as high as 50%? And in how many cases does the disease or infection become so severe that it leads to removal of an eye or the jawbone?
Neha, first, I would really want to stress on a question which was asked to the previous participant. We are all of a sudden seeing a lot of cases of mucormycosis in the second wave. Yes, it was there in the previous wave as well. It's as simple as if we keep a loaf of bread outside in winters, we won't see a fungus grow in 2 3 days of time. Whereas if you leave the same loaf of bread outside during the summers in a humid weather, you will see a lot of fungus growing on it. So why we are seeing this time, particularly in India, especially in states like Maharashtra and Gujarat, which have had the humidity on high, is because this is the ideal environment for the fungus to grow. We have the right amount of temperature, we have the right amount of humidity, we have exactly the right environment for the fungus to grow. Now, this insight gives a complete panoramic view to how the percentage would be increasing in the times to come as India would be under the cover of monsoon by the end of May.
Okay.
So the percentage is something which is, as of now, it's really less. It's in the most severe patient, could be 0.001%, but we can't undo the understanding of the fact that in another month of time, if COVID is not checked upon and the country is under the grip of humid environments all over, it's gonna be really, really severe.
Okay, that does.
Mucormycosis,
Okay, go ahead, Dr. Gupta. Complete your point.
mucormycosis is a very ferocious fungus. It is extremely aggressive. It is ubiquitous. It is present everywhere. It is present near to you. It is present near to me. It is present everywhere. You and I won't be affected because we are healthy, immunosufficient individuals. But in immunosuppressed, it is so ferocious that in a day's time, it can take someone's life. By the second or third day, I have myself
all of us really that, sir. We've discussed how it is, it is those with compromised immunity who may be most vulnerable to black